Moving here into kind of the last phase of our overall web 101 journey as it was. There's two pieces here that we have to put together. And we're going to hold off on the next phase, which is the final project, for just a moment here. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the multimedia aspect of web design. What you have seen here by now in completing chapters 10 and 11, in seeing the difference between, even way back in chapter 2, where you had a pure text website, and then in chapter 4, where you were adding crummy, but you were adding images to the site. You undoubtedly have noticed the tremendous value that comes along with having media in your overall web property. Now, in the way back of web design, this would have been somebody else's job. You would have had a rich interaction with marketing. You would have had a rich interaction with the photography or the video department. And maybe, depending on where you go, maybe that will still be the case. But for most modern website, if you're doing the management there, you're either the web designer or you're the web developer worrying about the back end. Really, it doesn't matter as much anymore, because a lot of these smaller businesses are starting to put those two responsibilities together. And in case that wasn't enough, there's also the responsibility of getting all of that multimedia here onto the site and managing it and making it look better and using it in order to really snag the attention of your unknown potential future client. And I'm not going to tell you whether or not that's fair. It's not. But welcome to life, right? So what we're doing here with this video, what we're doing here and it's unfortunate the way it happens to have been amalgamated here as a result of the 7-week as opposed to 8-week time frame of summer, is we'll talk about what you can do to really use your access to multimedia and what you can do to make that better. Now, for those of you who are worried that you don't have access to something that's going to generate high quality multimedia, you do. This one happens. This is not my main phone. You can see it right back here. It's charging. This is my Pixel 4a. I always try to have an Android phone just so I can help with Android development questions, things of that nature, or have a semblance of fact, in my opinion, about which one of these can do what sorts of things. But really, all you need is a phone camera anymore. These have really come, most of the way towards getting you what you used to only be able to rely on a full frame camera to do. Something, that was going to cost you thousands of dollars. Not that these don't anymore, although this I think costs $300. So if you have a cell phone, you have most of everything you need in order to get the multimedia that you need in order to make these websites not good, but great. So that's what we're going to do here with the photography section. Is let's just assume that you are going to be held responsible for getting the multimedia for your web property. Let's just embrace that. Let's assume that, yeah, you are going to do that. But while we're at it, let's crush it. So let's take a look at what we can do with just our phones that is going to be enough to get us all of the way to quality multimedia for our web pages.